And what I began last week is a series of connections to connect us all of life, and to connect with our ancestors. We began last week with a second connection for inner peace, because without our own inner peace, we can't bring peace to anyone at all. And today, we want to do the practice to connect to our ancestors for peace in our family. And so your family may be however you define your family. Some people don't feel like they don't have a family, either because they are actually an orphan or their family members died. But if you think and pause for a moment, even if you are an orphan, if you've managed to get through school or find a church or get a job or have a group of friends, you've created your own kind of family. And in any kind of a family dynamic, there will be problems, there will be challenges, there will be sadness, there will be happiness, and there will be times of conflict and discord. And not many times do families take time to really look at what has happened and created maybe shifts or drifts in relationships. And sometimes generations carry on someone's wrong or harm, and it keeps a family split. So today we're coming here to recognize and release any past or present conflicts that are keeping our families apart, however you define family. So we're going to begin with a series of 7 breaths. And in these connections each week, we do 4 breaths, 7 breaths in and out. And 4 times 7 is 28, and that comes to 10, which comes to 1. So in this process of breathing in and breathing out, we are creating and releasing. We're releasing energy we don't want and creating energy to welcome our ancestors and to receive their energetic wisdom. So we're going to begin now to release all of the conflict in our family, known and unknown, not so much to release the conflict, but the causes of the conflict. And usually causes of conflicts arise from our own inner feelings of inadequacy, or sometimes jealousy or fear. So we're calling on now to release all of those feelings or thoughts or conceptions or mindsets that have caused conflict with us or with other members in our family. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 Now, we are going to make our intention for this connection. Our intention to receive the wisdom of our peaceful ancestors. And again, these ancestors can be our genealogical ancestors, our biological ancestors, or if you're adopted, they can be your adopted family's ancestors or your religious ancestors, your cultural ancestors, your spiritual ancestors, or even the ancestors if you're an artist or a writer or even of your job. Whatever lineage you hold on to that gives you a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose, the lineage that has guided you through your life, the lineage that led you to come here at this moment, to connect to them. And so we are calling on those ancestors. It is our intention to connect with them, to benefit from their wisdom, to help maintain peace among and within our own families. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 So now we have released and stated our intention. And how do I know this works? Because it has been scientifically proven that energy cannot be created or destroyed. And what are thoughts but energy? What is our consciousness but energy? So whatever your religious or spiritual belief may be, science has said we really never die. Our consciousness, our energetic being continues and has always existed. And that's a really big concept for many of us to accept. But if we accept that as fact, that energy cannot be created or destroyed, and that there's all of this energy, invisible, going into minute smallnesses we can't imagine, floating around, great sea of energy around us, that to think our own thoughts and our intentions and our words and our actions can influence this energy. And that is why I do these practices. Because if I did not believe in the power of energy, how could I call myself an energy healer? And I know that the more people who gather together sincerely on the same energetic wavelength can create change for the good or the worse, depending on their wavelength and who they are. So ultimately, the goal is to have more and more people joining in live and watching and participating and bringing in peace. Because until we have inner peace, and that inner peace goes outward step by step next to our family, that's how we build peace in the world. So now we are calling on our ancestors of peace to come and join us in the energetic space around us. Now, depending on how you feel and how close you're to your ancestors, you may feel a little hesitant. But remember, we are calling on our ancestors of peace and wisdom. And those may be ancestors we don't even know. Or there may be someone you do know. We are calling on them to come and enter our space, and you can have them enter your space as close or as far as you wish, energetically. And you said it can be a minimum for some people, the width of your arms extended as your auric space, and have the ancestors outside of your auric space to receive their wisdom, to maintain or to create peace in your own family. So breathe in, breathe out. 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 Now we have received around us and are receiving around us the energy of our ancestors with peace and wisdom to guide us in making our families more peaceful and stronger and more compassionate and courageous if need be. And again, these ancestors can be your family, your community, your culture, your religion, your job, your art, your storytelling tradition. Just energetically connecting to those ancestors who have answered your call and are here now. And you may not feel them, you may not sense them, but they are here because we are connected. And this connection is never really broken. We just do not always have the ability to feel it or perceive it. But when we take time to call on the ancestors, they will come. And so now we are calling on them one last time, breathing in from them their energy to enter into us, to give us their wisdom, to bring peace and happiness and compassion to our family. Breathe in, breathe out. 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 And now we are receiving the energy from our ancestors. And it may come in many ways. It may come in a sudden thought, a chance meeting, a memory, something you read, something someone says. But we can also visualize and receive the energy as coming through the center of our being, those centers called chakras. And we receive that energy by opening up from the crown of our head to receive it like light coming in going to what is called the ajna, the third eye, where the pituitary and pineal gland are, so that we can see with the eyes of wisdom and discernment and the eyes of compassion. And now we go to our throat so that our words will be kind, compassionate, courageous, peaceful, bringing peace to others, and to our heart so that everything we do is motivated from that space of heart caring, of compassion, of wanting to relieve others' suffering, not just feeling it, but wanting to relieve it. And finally, we go down to our solar plexus to receive from our ancestors the willpower, the strength, and the courage to bring peace to our families. And now we're breathing in all of that energy. And we have connected to our ancestors. And now we can thank them. And we release our ancestors and say, go, ancestors, to your own space, as I am only claiming my space now. And so here you will stand or sit if you can have your feet touching the floor to ground yourself in your own space. Now we're releasing our ancestors, releasing that connection, but we are open still to receiving their wisdom, however it may come and whenever it may come. This ancestral connection is now over. And I thank you for attending. And those who will see this later on YouTube, and if you've made it to this ending on YouTube, please look at the bottom and you'll see ways to support the work or connect with us and come back next week